this is us. Welcome to our podcast. We are from Group 10, majoring in Information Systems, Class 2. I am Niken Suhisman.
I am Refa Delia.
And Dwi Rani Amelia.
It's a pleasure to be together on the podcast this time. Of course, with an interesting discuss this time.
So here today we will discuss about hobbies, or to be specific, we will discuss about each other hobbies.
First thing first, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, a hobby is an activity that someone does for pleasure when they are not working. Therefore, in my opinion, a hobby is something we do in our free time.
Prepare your favorite beverage, relax, and let's begin by exploring the world of hobbies together, as we have a lot of great things to discuss.
Let's discuss each other's hobbies now. Amel is where we start. What do you like to do for fun, Amel? What is your hobby?
Okay, my hobby is drawing. Well, here I am with Rani Amelia, or people usually call me Amel. I will explain my hobby, where I found this hobby and when I started this hobby. So it was the pandemic period, where the pandemic period had brought many change in my life. Of course, when it happened, the government made a rule that we have to stay at home under social isolation, and that was the reason for a big change in my daily routine. I honestly felt anxious because I couldn't continue my outdoor activities and I couldn't even interact with my friends as usual. However, as time went on, I felt the need to find new ways to fill my increasing amount of free time. In the beginning, I was very fond of watching anime since I was in junior high school, which is an animated cartoon series made by Japan. I was very impressed by the fictional character in it with various unique visual present in anime. Since then I saw TikTok, which is trending anime with TikTok songs. In the video, there are characters from anime that are made by fans in the form of videos. From there, I start thinking, wow, it turns out that many people like anime and they remake anime image into unique videos. And then I want to draw my version of anime character. Initial, I saw a tutorial video from TikTok, but because the TikTok video, as we know, is very short, so the video is cut and not complete. Then I took again and looked for tutorial on YouTube, and there it is stating that the complete tutorial video has a clear sequence. At first, I was only interested in drawing in my drawing book, which is happened to have a lot of planes. Then I bought other equipment, and usually I only use pencil to sketch as well as an erase to erase the wrong part, and use a marker to thicken the sketch from the pencil. Here is one of the works I made from drawing in a drawing book. There, I drew a fictional character from the One Piece series, namely Portgas Diaz. The reason I drew him is he is the older brother of the main character, as well as one of my favorite characters who has unique character. Furthermore, I will want to try digital drawing, and then I thought, can you draw digital with smartphone? Then again, I looked for video tutorial from YouTube about how to draw digital using only smartphone. Then boom, it turns out I found a tutorial that can help me to be able to draw digital on a smartphone. At first, I was not confident and thought that just using a smartphone was time consuming and complicated, but it was not as image. First, it was stiff and frustrating because it was wrong and confused to read, but The line, how and very long. Also, sometimes the smartphone itself has an error or bytes disorder due to much layering in the drawing process. But I didn't give up just like that. I want to try digital drawing using only my smartphone, using the InSpain application by having many drivers feature. I could maximize the function of the features. Then until finally I found complete my drawing. Here is one of my drawing works. Namely, I illustrate myself as one of the One Piece bounty. That's how I got my hobby, and the process of drawing has been a great way to relieve stress and stimulate my creativity. So while this pandemic has been challenging, it has also brought me the opportunity to pursue a new hobby that is creative and fulfilling. This is one example of how we can find the light amidst the darkness and achieve something positive during difficult times.
So any message for those who want to learn to draw as well?
Well, the message may be for people who just want to draw. Of course, there must be a lot of patience because drawing is not only a race to the result, but more importantly, in drawing is the need to enjoy the process, not to rush, but to be more immersed in the process. Then, of course, learn from inspiration. Apart from anime, you need to look for inspiration for digital platforms such as Pinterest to find unique and interest image reference. And lastly, don't be afraid to try new things, whatever it is, whatever is drawing or something else. In a current era, there are many new and up to date that we can make reference to fill our spare time. Don't be afraid to try something because when we have tried, we must be proud because we have dared and tried to try new things in our life.
Wow, it is very interesting discussion from Amel
Thank you.
for her hobby, namely drawing,
Yes.
which was obtained from the pandemic due to watching anime. And by the way, I like watching anime too.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
And Amel can draw her favorite characters according to her wishes. Wow, that's cool.
Thank you.
Is there any hobbies that you would like to try in the future?
Okay. Lately, I am very interested in trying hiking and mountain climbing because I always want to float to the mountain. I have a plan next year to climb Mount Sumbing, which is located in the Dieng area and has such beautiful nature. Hiking has always attracted me because it combines a love for nature and interest physical challenge. I have seen many amazing photos and videos of amazing mountain climbs, and it made me want to experience the amazing beauty of nature firsthand. The reason I want to try hiking is that I feel that hiking and mountain climbing can provide an immersive experience with nature, allowing me to disconnect from my busy daily life and feel more connected to nature. Of course, I realize that hiking and mountain climbing also require good preparation and knowledge of outdoor safety. I plan to start with simpler hiking trips and then gradually develop my skill and experience over time. My ideal mountain for hiking is Mount Rinjani, which always has a unique story from everyone who comes there. Hopefully, one day I can reach the shining peaks of Mountain Rinjani and face the challenge that come with it.
We hope so. Let's hope that Amel one day will reach the stunning peaks of Mount Rinjani.
Amin.
Alright, that's an interesting hobby from Amel. So now, how about you, Refa? What is your hobby?
My hobby is doing martial art. It's called Silat.
Why would you prefer Silat to other martial arts?
I think Silat is more attractive because Silat movement have more martial characteristic because it is identical to the art and body movements, so different from other martial arts such as Taekwondo and Karate. I am from the Sunsec. He got uniform difference between to the other Silat sects. The Sunsets have with uniform while the other sects are identical with black uniform.
You said you belong to the Sunsets. So how's the atmosphere from the Sunsets? What did you feel when you were there?
The atmosphere is so excited and so emotional because my Silat friend like to joke. Well, even we're like a family, I'm happy to be part of them and I really enjoy the training session.
How did you get started with Silat activities?
When I was middle school, there was a demo, so and I was interested when I saw the demo, and then invited my friend to follow the extracurricular. At first, I was just trying, and then I was routine workout. Even I was the kid who was always praised, present. I am one of the kids who has a fighter spirit and any other boy. When I have a weak physical, that I'm still passionate about training and I don't give up. Ashley,
Any achievement you've achieved?
I used to reference my skill until the city games and now I have a lot of certificate and medal even though I'm not always the first champion, but I keep trying until I can be the first.
How did your parents feel when you were a champion?
As a only child, I feel so happy to make them proud of me. Winning or losing, they remain my best supporters.
Then have you ever been injured in a competition?
For the last 6 years, I've had a lot struggle when the game was so often injured. One of the fingers on my right hand was weak, even though it was cut, but did come back perfectly. But I'm not the one who give up after healing. I keep following the next rate and keep fighting all the time. No, I don't follow the game anymore.
Do you plan to pursue a career a professional Silat athlete?
I'm not even research. I'm being a professional Silat athlete because Silat is just my hobby and only do it my spare time. Right now, I just want to focus on being a programmer.
Oh, alright. So Silat is just your hobby.
Yes.
Oh, okay, right, right.
Yeah, so how about you, Niken?
Yes, you're the last person to tell us about your hobby. Now it's our turn to listen to your hobby.
One of my hobbies is painting. In my free time, I enjoy painting.
Wow, painting! Yeah, what a creative thing to do.
Yeah, in my free time, I like to painting. Painting is an activity I find to be very enjoyable.
Why do you find painting to be enjoyable?
I feel that painting can allows me to visually express my imagination in form and color in particular. I really enjoy blending colors when I paint. I particularly enjoy the activity where I blend the colors on the canvas to create beautiful color gradations after mixing the colors in the palette. First, and applying them to it. That's what gives me the impression that painting is enjoyable.
That is really a reasonable justification. Is there another reason you enjoy painting?
The other reason I enjoy painting is that I firmly believe that painting can aid in stress reduction.
Wait, really? How?
As I previously mentioned, painting allows me to portray color expression onto the canvas. Stress can be reduced when I paint and blend those colors on the canvas. I can concentrate in those beautiful colors there after all. In fact, concentrating on colors could help me feel joyful and temporarily forget about my difficulties rather than adding to the pressure on my mind. As I painted the scenery, I had the impression that I was gazing straight at it, and since I enjoy painting the sky, I often feel as if I am standing beneath a sky that I have created using beautiful gradient colors. In addition, I feel thankful to God for creating such a beautiful skies. I was inspired to paint the colors of the sky on canvas thanks to the sky which God created. Furthermore, painting as a hobby is a healing and shooting activity. It's a way for me to get away from the chaos of daily life and spend some time in a peaceful, quiet environment. My mind relaxes and I find serenity in the rhythmic motion of the brush as it moves across the canvas. It is incredibly satisfying to watch a blank canvas take shape into a beautiful piece of art after I painted it.
That's deep.
Wow, also you mentioned that you enjoy painting the sky. Why do you seem to enjoy painting the sky so much? Is there a particular reason?
It appears that I love the beauty of the sky. Aside from that, I also have a vivid imagination. Therefore, I enjoy visualizing myself in lovely setting with beautiful skies. I also adjust the colors of the sky painting according on my mood. I often use orange and yellow to paint the sunset sky when I'm feeling down after listening to depressing music. But when I'm feeling happy, I love to paint a sky with a light blue color and has white clouds in it. And occasionally, when I'm feeling lonely, I love to paint a late night sky with dark buildings below. The sky can represent or express my feelings, which is why I enjoy painting so much.
That is so cool. So tell us, how did you first start painting?
It was 2021 and it was still pandemic. So at the time, I was still studying online from home. I remember that the arts and culture teacher gave me an assignment to paint at the time, and I recall that I painted my first sunset using orange and yellow colors. Due to the painting assignment, I also purchased a tiny canvas on A3 size painting book and a 12 color box of oil paints. When school was done and I had a lot of free time, I got bored with the things I was already doing, such as watching anime, watching K-drama, and listening to music. So I wanted to try something new, and I finally considered utilizing them to paint again. When I realized that there were still a lot of oil paints and canvases lying around after finishing school assignments. Then, wherever I have free time and feel like doing something creative, I will absolutely grab a canvas and oil paint and brush to paint.
So it started because of an assignment from school?
Yeah, right?
Alright.
Then could you please describe the painting process?
Oh, sure, of course. Getting the necessary painting supplies ready, such as canvas, oil paint, brushes, a palette, and water, is the very first step. Then I often decide on them or what I want to paint first. If I want to paint an orange sunset, I will mix some water with orange and yellow oil paint on a palette to make it less dense and easier to blend. In the third step, I often paint the canvas with a large square brush. Then I continuously painted the canvas with yellow paint from left to the right until the entire surface was covered. Following that, I used orange paint to cover the canvas top and middle. I moved the brush once more, making sure to blend an orange color with the primary yellow color to create a beautiful gradient color, resembling sunset. Sometimes I add the shape of the window's frame using black oil paint after painting the sky's color. Those are the steps I take when painting.
Do you intend to develop your painting abilities further then, or do you want to pursue a career as a painter?
I don't have any plans to deepen my painting skills because if I do, it'll put new pressure on me. It's because if I am a painter, my painting has to be perfect and has to be unique in accordance with the rules of art. If I deepen the art of painting and want to be an artist or a painter, painting may not be fun to do anymore.
Alright.
Yes, and so that's our own hobby. Every hobby has its own uniqueness, but in general, it can help us to fill up our free time and help us to reduce stress.
That's right. That's right. I agree with you.
Alright, let's end our podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening our podcast. Thank you really much. And that's all from us.
Yes.
Thank you so much and goodbye.
Bye.